Hey everyone, welcome to the JyaBroCast for September the 22nd, 2014. I'm Matt Olson, and
Mhm.
back here is Kevin Herrera.
Back from the dead 2.0.
Yeah, you're Zombie Jesus now.
I know, dude. Get on my level.
You
Yeah.
saved the show.
Tonight I did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's just been me talking about AKB for an hour, probably.
That's cool, man. If you want to talk about it for an hour, I'll sit here and listen. I have no problem. I don't
Yeah,
mind it. I have nothing against AKB.
you're neutral.
Yeah.
Or
Devil's
at least.
advocate. I'll play that role. Because I do enjoy some of it, but not all of it.
Hmm.
Like online, I hate the name of the app Line, but
Yeah.
online news, that's even more confusing. Um, there was this article, and I didn't read it. I just saw the picture, and it's like one of the main chicks from, what's her name? One sec. Nah, fuck it. Anyways, it's just a pretty face, and I was like, oh shit, maybe Matt knows about this. Something like the headline was like some girl from, I think she's like Nogizaka or some shit like that. Something about Ero, and that's all I read. That's what it said, and I was just like, cool. I'm gonna ask Matt about that later. And then I totally forgot until just now. Let
I'm
me.
searching for this right now. No Gazaka Arrow. Can't search off. Well, I found something.
Line news. Line news. Like AKB chicks. Oh, there's an AKB game. Oh, something about Line.
They cause they released the stickers like a couple months ago, or a
This
month ago.
this chick.
Sashihara.
Sure.
She was the center last year. She in this Playsuiter fortune cookie.
That girl, yeah. That's why I know her face. Okay, sorry. Now I know.
She had a scandal a couple years ago, and so she got
Uh-oh.
transferred to HKT
Uh-oh. Shit,
as,
dude.
as punishment. But then actually, she ended up making it a lot more successful than it was going to be originally.
All right, guy. All right. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news! Oh shit!
Damage control from the Line app. Starting tomorrow, the 22nd of September, you must have a PIN code for Line app because of
How
all
do you
the
get the pin
fucking
code?
hacks. I don't know. They're probably gonna update us. All our
Because
apps are
they,
probably gonna get updated.
yeah, it's going to be like the fucking like the age verification thing that
I
they
hope
have.
not, dude. That's gonna suck because I don't even know how I did it with went with eMobile, even though it's basically SoftBank.
I think I set mine up because I had my Docomo friend set it up for me. That's how I
Cool.
was able to check out my data on my phone. So I had like even 7.2 gigabytes of data like, over my limit.
When you went over.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, you've been gone for a while.
Yeah,
What's
man.
what's been going on?
The first time I was gone about two shows ago, I was experiencing a cold, the beginnings of a cold, the early stages. So I had a sore throat, couldn't really talk. It sucked because um, I went to work with a mask on, and then just my mouth was just full of Hall's candy. And Japanese Hall's candy is huge. It's like the square kind. So it's obvious that like I have something in my mouth. So I'm like, all right, guys, I'm wearing a mask. And they're like, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm like, fuck. So I had to take the mask off, and I'm just like, I have candy because I'm sick, okay? It's embarrassing. So yeah, that first Sunday night, I just came home, felt shitty, couldn't really talk, went to bed as soon as I got home. Just took some medicine and passed out. And then last week, I was watching I was watching that movie, with Angelina Jolie, Maleficent.
Malefacient. Oh yeah,
Yeah, Maleficent. Yeah,
Disney movie.
that Disney movie. It's pretty cool.
Was that the Bollywood version?
I don't remember. There's plenty of colors though.
It's like Transformers.
Yeah, the like knockoff Hollywood version or cheap, shitty Hollywood version.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, it was pretty cool. Maleficent. I always think it says Maleficent, so I'm gonna keep calling it that. Like I mean, can you blame me? It looks like it says Maleficent, so. No, it was really cool though. I'm curious though, like how it was, who wrote it, who was inspired to write that story, because it's like a total flip flop of
Mhm.
the actual story, which I expected, but I also expected them to put Maleficent in a bad light, but I liked it. It wasn't terrible. The ratings aren't good, but I liked it.
They put her in a good light.
Say what?
They put her in a good light,
They didn't put her in a great light.
or a
She was
positive light.
she was in a light for,
She's the protagonist, rather.
let's just call her the, how can I say it?
The
She's like,
protagonist doesn't necessarily mean hero; it just means like
oh, I know that, she's, but let's call her the, I don't want to call her the anti-hero, but yeah, she's not the villain of the story, but she's also not the hero.
well, she'd be the protagonist, the main character at least.
She is, yeah, she's easily the main character.
Yeah, so that makes her the protagonist.
Yeah, I agree. But um, yeah, it's really interesting how the story went. It gives you just another feeling towards evil characters, and it makes you realize that possibly it's true that there are two sides to every story. Um, if I can spin it, if I can spin it onto,
Sounds like it's similar to Wicked.
yeah, man, that's what I was going to attribute it to. It's
Mm,
very similar to that. I never actually saw Wicked, but
me
I
neither.
understand the premise behind it. Like you got to hear the other side of the story, and in this case, um, I liked it. It wasn't terrible. And Wicked was really popular, but that was a musical on Broadway.
Yeah.
What have you heard about Maleficent?
I guess I heard it wasn't as successful as Disney.
Had planned,
Or
right? They
yeah,
marketed it so heavily.
yeah. But I think it also came out like around the same time as like all the other big
All the other
movies.
huge. Let me go look at that release date real fast, because it was a huge. That was a huge weekend, I think, right? Or
Yeah, or I think it was like
around the time.
sandwiched between like what came out at that time? Godzilla, maybe Transformers.
Yeah, 1 second. May
What wasn't
30th.
Guardians of the Galaxy? 'Cause that was a bit later.
Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Um, a million ways to die in the West. Forgot about that.
That's
Um,
the
oh,
second.
dude, no, that was Days of Future Past.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's something that overshadowed it.
yeah.
I guess yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy just came out here in Japan.
I know. I'm interested, but now it's like I know the DVD is gonna be out in a couple more weeks. Then, yeah, if that's the
Which means it'll
timeline.
be available to watch sometime.
Yeah, quite soon. Yeah, so that was May 30th, and then the week after was Transformers, and then The Fault in Our Stars, and all that other stuff. Jump Street, How to Train Your Dragon 2. So the timing was terrible, I think.
Hmm.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't the greatest thing. There was a lot of times when I was like, this is so lame right now. But in the end, it turned out to be a decent story. Good enough for me to want to watch again,
Yeah.
not by myself.
At least yeah, there's only one like Sleeping Beauty esque movie
Yeah,
because it was like I think 3 years ago or so they made two Snow White movies like within like a couple months of each other.
that's original.
Mirror Mirror and Snow White and the Huntsman.
I never heard of Mirror Mirror. What was that about?
I think they had Anne Hathaway.
And I didn't watch it.
That was like a more
No, that was
lighthearted.
that was the one with Julia Roberts
Yeah, I guess so.
and what's her face, Lily Collins.
I guess so.
I didn't know that was a Snow White.
Yeah.
It's a comedy film
It's
based
more of
on
a comedy. It's lighthearted.
Mm.
Whereas Snow White and
That's
Huntsman
rated
plot twist.
5.6.
Yeah, I
Wow, that's
watched
really
that one.
terrible.
It's decent.
Which one?
Mirror Mirror. I
Really?
haven't watched it because I was like staying somewhere and it just happened to be on.
I see.
Uh,
Yeah, they were in the same year within the same quarter, like March 30 and June 1st. So within the same time,
yeah,
movie
2 months
watching
apart from
period.
each other.
Yeah. This one has Thor in it. This one has Julia Roberts in it. Which one sounds better? Let's just watch both.
Well, it has Thor and Bella.
Yeah, and Charlize Theron.
Hmm.
I remember I bought, or I didn't download. I bought the bootleg copy when I was in Korea.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh shit, Charlize Theron. I'll watch her. I'll watch a movie with her in it. Never watched it. I don't know what happened to the bootleg. Cost me like $1. Don't care. Ah, what you been up to?
Uh, let's see. Yeah, 'cause I haven't talked to you since I started teaching.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So this will be like the third time me explaining.
We're on different hours, so.
We're on different hours, different schedules.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's been fun. Elementary school is really fun. It's like basically I just set up games and activities and watch the kids go crazy.
Cool, cool, cool.
Basically, I'm creating chaos.
Nice. Harbinger.
Yeah. Junior high school, it's less fun because one, the classes are a bit more serious, just because it's like most just practicing on grammar and pronunciations.
Isn't that when English learning really starts?
Yeah. I mean, they get like an introduction in elementary school, like they learn new words and
Hmm.
some parts of it. Whereas in junior high school, I guess the second years, I guess they are already writing, like they had to do like a small speech contest about like their summer vacation or some shit like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, of course, it's all broken English, but whatever. I expected, their
Hmm.
English is probably still better than my Japanese. Uh, but it's a very different environment, like American junior high school and Japanese junior high school. So in American junior high school, I guess I'm not sure how you can relate. I guess you were technically in American junior high school.
Mhm. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so I guess like pretty much, you have to be well behaved in those schools. Basically, you can't talk when a teacher's talking or if another student's talking.
Yeah, well, by like third grade, you already have expectations in
Hmm.
class. You're expected to be technically on your best behavior. So,
Hmm. If you
is
say
it
no,
totally opposite? Is it just chaos? Is it like the TV shows make?
yeah, pretty much, yeah, in America. So yeah, if you misbehave, you get sent out. You have to go to the
Yeah,
principal's office or
you go to
whatever.
detention, you can get suspended.
Yeah,
Like middle
stuff
school is
like that.
already serious. Like,
Yeah, I think also like middle school takes itself too seriously
yeah.
because I feel like elementary school and high school are probably the more important parts. Middle school is just more of a placeholder until you're old enough.
Hmm. Well,
You
for
know,
me, that
so.
was where I was finally able to compete sports wise, and
Mm,
um, I was given responsibilities. Like at a younger age, like in class and stuff.
yeah,
Like
I guess when you get
I
started
think
having
little kid. I think by the time I was in middle school, we were already allowed to run for like what was that called? Like NHS or whatever that crap is.
ASB.
Yeah,
ASB was for
ASB.
me.
Yeah, ASB. I didn't do that, but I was part of it.
Student
Just
council.
yeah, stuff
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Is it totally opposite where you work?
yeah, like
Are they still children?
yeah, they still act like immature. They're talking with each other in class. Like so, when I was there the last week, it was since they're doing a speech contest, and so since they aren't very confident in their English, but and they're trying. But while in the background now, I guess see and hear kids like they're just chatting with each other, like not even paying attention. And so I was like, that's incredibly rude.
Yeah, it is.
But they
That's
have
the
like no
one thing that
respect
I
for
wish.
each other.
That's the one thing that I wish we could teach as teachers, like etiquette, manners.
Yeah, they get rid. Yeah, which apparently I guess that's what they're supposed to be doing, like in elementary school, like the first grades or whatever. Whenever they come to the teacher's room here, like they have to like say shimashita and then like
Mm-hmm.
introduce themselves and then say why they're there, and then they say shimashita when they leave again.
Mhm.
Like there's like that kind of protocol with that, but like
Mm.
coming to a teacher's office, but in the classroom, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Interesting.
And yeah, so they're just kind of assholes to each other.
If it looks like one and smells like one,
Yeah.
then again,
Um.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not into that shit.
But they're I guess at least they're at an age where they can at least somewhat communicate.
Yeah.
Usually, I feel like I can communicate with elementary school kids a lot better just because we're at least on similar, you know, knowledge levels of the language, Japanese. Because there's just basic enough. I feel like I have been pretty much just speaking Japanese constantly in classes.
That's cool, man. That's pretty good for your listening.
Yeah, listening and yeah,
For
just
me, I just go to level 5
yeah, that's
in
true.
my school.
Well, even like in the kids classes, yeah, back at Nova, like I could still, because they're not really
Yeah.
tested or anything on English,
Mhm.
so it's more or less, you just
Listen,
do
repeat,
it.
listen,
Yeah,
repeat.
yeah. If they don't want
Mhm.
to speak English, you can't really do anything about it.
Speaking of freaking little kids classes, I swear, like, I really want to just ask my boss to just kick one student out. Not for the sake, not because she's a terrible kid or whatever, but because she doesn't belong.
Oh,
And even if we try to help her, me or the other students, her level of English is just not the same as this class. She needs to be in level 1, but I told you before, her mom insisted.
uh,
And then in between like July and September, her mom was like, "Oh, she's gonna take a month off." So at the end of July, we were at the point where little level 2s were learning, like, they were finishing up all the sounds of English, all
mm-hmm,
26 letters consecutively.
mm-hmm.
Now we're looking at words, like where we are now, like putting words together.
Three-letter words, four-letter words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-letter words. And so when we're doing like phonics section,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't even know her letters. Like
Can't write them down or anything.
if I say write a M, she's like, "What's a M?" in Japanese. Like she'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, "What's a M?" And then the girl sitting next to her will just like point at it, like, "This thing, idiot."
Yeah,
But she's the youngest one, so they don't call her an idiot, but you can hear it
yeah.
in their tone. And I feel the same way because I'm like, you know, we have no issues when you're not around because we can just do a class.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to focus all my time on trying to catch her up when she doesn't even belong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really the mom's fault. And the kid does all her homework only because I know it's her mom's handwriting. And so I can't even mark off her sheet or anything because it's not worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel terrible as a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess like at least your class size is
Oh yeah, I know.
smaller.
You have a much bigger class
Yeah,
nowadays.
I like 30 or 40 students in one class,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
which it does not seem that bad because actually I can break them up into like groups,
Yeah. Legit groups.
like fours and fives and two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can do activities amongst themselves. So it's not as bad as it sounds. Like when my friend was telling me, yeah, you now have classes of 40. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
But like at one of my elementary schools, there's like this group of like volunteer parents that like they plan out lesson plans and like make materials and shit,
That's cool.
which is really good because that's like something I don't have. That's one less thing I have to do.
That's one less problem.
Yeah, so and their lesson plans are pretty solid. Like they have a lot of really fun and interesting activities.
Can those for English?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, like,
That's interesting.
and so it's I guess they've been doing it for like over 10 years or so.
Oh, okay. So all the people
So
doing it are experienced.
yeah,
I just imagine
and
like a
they
volunteer,
speak
like,
pretty well English, pretty good
okay.
English.
I see. That's pretty cool, man. Kind of
Because
jealous.
just a big ass spider. Just gonna beat his ass right now. Anyway,
You're gonna beat a spider's ass.
yeah. I think it's
Nah,
a,
you're so
mosquito.
hardcore.
I know. Uh, what was it? Oh yeah, because basically in elementary schools, like it's just me and the homeroom teacher. The homeroom teacher
Uh-huh.
may or may not speak any English.
Oh, that's cool.
So really, it's basically my class, and so I can do whatever. the homeroom teachers that are still there, so they can pretty much control like bad students or help out like demonstration stuff.
Mhm. That's pretty cool.
So pretty much that. Whereas in the junior high school, the English teacher, at least they have a competent. I think they're licensed. Whereas in elementary school, you don't need to have a license to teach.
Terrible.
So they're licensed, and then so they teach certain subjects specifically or whatever. So they can speak at least a decent amount of English.
Hmm.
But then they also take the lead in the class, whereas I'm just there on the side. And, I may help with pronunciation or throw out different examples.
Sideshow Bob.
Basically, yeah. And yeah, but it seems like I'm mostly useless in junior high school. Unless a mosquito. It's not a spider.
Dude, be careful, mosquitoes. That shit's going around.
Apparently, Tochigi is like the only prefecture where there's been no reported cases.
You better hope that's true.
Like
Swear.
Zuma has it, Ibaraki has it.
Yeah, dude, I don't like going out right now. Not with this. Like, it's not lethal, but I don't want to get sick again.
Yeah, especially with that.
Like, one of my students works for the Ministry of Agriculture, and he's super psyched about this because that means he has to work. And I'm like, that's cool, man, but I don't want to get sick. And he's like, oh no, you're not gonna die. I'm like, well, okay. That's one way. That's a positive spin. Thank you, sir.
I think it's mostly been like centralized or it originated
Shinjuku?
like down in
Shinjuku, basically.
yeah, the
Yoyogi
Park,
Yeah.
Yotsuya Park, one of those parks.
Yeah, dude. I was supposed to go to Tokyo this weekend, or on Thursday, Friday, because my mom wanted me to go get a flu shot. I was still sick, but I was like, when I woke up around 12, I was like, nah, I don't feel like going through Tokyo right now. Because I'll have to, like, wear a mask, A, because I'm sick, and then I need to figure out how to protect myself from any possible bug bites, because we'll be passing through Shinjuku. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to go today.
Spray bug spray. Just douse it in yourself on the train.
I was gonna buy another bottle of off because I have off in my house right now, but I'm running out. Like I shower in it basically, and it's the sport-proof kind. So like if I sweat, it just stays anyways. So like I trust it, but I hate how it smells because it's off, awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
What's it? Oh, probably the funnest thing with teaching is like so. One, I guess I have to eat school lunch.
Dude, you don't have to pay for it?
I have to pay for it, but it's like stupid cheap. It's like 200 yen, 250 yen.
It's like sneezing into your own hand.
Basically. And so, yeah, I basically eat the school lunch. Though last week it was really shitty because like 3 days in a row it was fish.
Nice, and you're not a fish person.
Yeah, not a fish person. So I obviously I tell them I have an allergy. So because it's immature to say, oh, I don't like it. So I tell it's an allergy.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta. Yep, that's very correct of you, Mr. Overson.
And so
I remember that lecture as well.
Yeah, just say you're allergic to it. And so I can't prove it, but I can at least tell them like, hey, if I try eating this, I'm just gonna puke it. So it was like 3 days in a row. It was like fish. It was like baked salmon one day, and then like grilled salmon another day, and then like fried fish. That's the third day.
Oh, I don't mind salmon, but other kinds of fish. If I don't know what kind of fish it is, I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
Because Pacific Northwest, salmon is a staple.
Yeah.
So that for me, that's cool. But what else is there to eat? Tuna? No, okay.
How do you
I'm
feel
not a big fan of tuna.
Play with fish?
Yeah.
And then, so the fourth day, it was like Indian curry, which I'm also not a fan of. But I'm like, fuck, this is not fucking fish, so I might as well have it.
Were you able to successfully eat it and not have any issues?
With the curry, yeah, it wasn't even real curry. It was like sloppy Joe meat. It was like minced meat, kind of. Like not like actual curry. Because I think
it's the stuff that they give to children.
Yeah, basically. And so, but like had like a big ass piece of naan and stuff. So it was all good. And speaking of Indian curry, I guess I had it for lunch today with a couple people.
That's cool, man.
Got actual legitimate Indian curry.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm too scared to eat it on a day when I have to work.
Oh yeah.
Just don't I don't want that trouble.
uh,
Just looking out for my health and safety.
yeah. Oh yeah. So then after the lunch, then they have like their recess or whatever.
They actually have recess. That's
Get
cool.
recess to me. So they go outside and play. So I talked about this the last couple of weeks too, but so play dodgeball with the kids,
Oh yeah.
which is fun.
Yo,
So,
some chick is asking us questions.
oh really? Well,
Yeah, what's up?
some girl.
Are
I see no questions. Oh,
you
oh.
serious?
Oh, I guess I see a couple girls.
It's the same girl. I don't know how to say her name though. I don't want to make a mistake.
All right, so we got Anika Chica. Asks us how old are we?
Yeah. Well, how old do you think we are? Please be nice. She's like, you guys are what, like 40s, 50s?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
wait for her to
We're
respond.
we're 1 year apart from each other.
That's one way to put it, yeah. We're a year apart, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually when I was doing Jiko Shokai, it was like someone my age, and I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what, yeah. Like I was telling you earlier, I had two students that I demoed, and like I asked them questions. The older sister understood everything, so she
Hmm.
was just helping her little sister out. And I was like, "How old are you?" She's like, "I'm 9." And then I asked her sister, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "How old are you?" And she's like, "I'm 6." I'm like, "Me too." And they're just like, "Get out of here! You're a liar." And they're like, "But you're very young. You look young." So, and I was like, "Guess, please guess." I don't think they know what that means.
Hmm.
So I was like, "What do you think? 12? 20?" Like I was just throwing numbers at them. And then they're like, too shy to make a mistake. So I was like 24, and they're like, I knew he was young. I'm like, what the freak? You're 6 years old. Shut up. You knew I was young.
Yes, I don't get it. Like in Japan, if you're under 30, you're young, and if you're over 30, you're old.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess we're still young for a couple more, or for at
A few
least
more years.
5 more years.
Hmm.
Damn it. I can't even imagine where I'm going to be in 2 years. So 5 years
Yeah.
out. That's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah. So at junior high school, so I went and played basketball
Nice,
in the
dude.
gym
Nice, dude.
at the during their like lunch break or whatever. And
Shoot, I should do ALT
so like
just to get into a gym.
yeah, I go into the gym and I'm like grab a basketball, and so they ask me, "Can you do a 3 pointer?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, but like I don't have a consistency. So literally, like, I get in position and like everyone stops dribbling their balls, everyone stops, and it's like probably like 20 people or so in the gym,
Hmm.
and they're all watching me. I'm like, oh god, like it's literally like dead silent.
High pressure.
Yeah, then I'm like, why the hell is it so quiet? I shoot it, and I get close to getting like I get basically I hit the rim, the backboard rim, but it bounces out.
Nice,
So I
dude.
was just disappointed, but it was like hella
I like how like I remember when I went to Kobe and I shot I'm just out there doing layups like warming up and then me and my friend Alex we start shooting and
hmm
so I go to the 3 point line way behind it and I just start shooting threes and I'm making them all
hmm
and they're just like how do you do that and I'm like are you stupid
Yeah.
what are you talking about you have what
Yeah, and then I
and then I was like if you want to see something really cool give me some time I'm gonna go and touch the rim and they're like you're a liar and I'm like okay boom and they're just like freaking out they're like that doesn't make sense what do you how did you train your body to do that and I'm like I didn't Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Yeah, they asked me, can you dunk? I'm like, fuck no. Actually, at the elementary school, like it's actually probably in dunking range. Like you could probably dunk it because you got hops. I can barely touch the rim, but yeah. Then also, I guess I taught the junior high school students how to do half court shots because it seems like
Nice.
they never seen that before.
Dude, if oh my god, that's so sad. That's the shit that we do just to fuck around.
Yeah, it's like I just like get to the half court and like my half court style is like not
Everyone has
practical.
their own style.
Like so, I do like Yoshi throws like this fucking Yoshi egg. So,
Mhm.
one handed, I'm just like chucking it.
Mhm.
Hit the backboard, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you
basically I'm
get
going
near
the
the rim.
distance.
Yeah. Like I remember my middle school. I don't know what he was, a teacher,
Hmm.
a guy who was just like a facility person or like a I don't know what he was, but he had this weird way of holding the ball like this, right?
Hmm.
And then he would lift one leg up like a yoga pose and then shoot
Like a
it.
dog taking a piss.
Yeah, and then he would shoot it from that position. Like he'd have the ball here, and his leg comes up, and then he somehow like jumps off his other leg and shoots it and makes it. And I was like, the hell is this like? As a little kid, I was like, why don't you just shoot it normally? Just throw it at the hoop. But then the one time I tried it his way, I made it. So I was like, okay. Yeah, the one thing I would love to do is, if I worked um, like that, would be to coach girls basketball. I would teach them how to shoot properly, and then we would take over the world. We would take over Japanese girls basketball.
Which is a booming industry.
No, they would all wonder why, like, cause they like put it in the girl's mind, like, oh, I'm weak, so I can't shoot like this. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you're gonna think like that, of course you're weak.
Hmm.
Because Japanese girls are taught to shoot with two hands, and
Yeah.
they just put slice on it, like they shoot
Yeah.
with backspin, which is the same way you're supposed to shoot with a basketball like this, but
It's like front spin more.
yeah, but they put it so that way it just hits the rim and then falls in. And I'm like, why don't you just learn to shoot normally, have the actual
Use the
strength
backboard.
have the strength you need instead of compensating for your lack of strength. Just build up your strength. Like just because you're a girl doesn't make you weaker, and just because you're Japanese doesn't make you weaker per se. Because I was like, I've asked girls like in like Japanese chicks like, so if you grew up in America, or if you had a Japanese cousin who grew up in America, they're 100% Japanese and they learn the American way, are they still weak? And they're like, oh, that's a good question. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Get out of my face.
Yeah, I
Nothing.
guess.
There's.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say there's no difference.
No difference. Yeah, so I guess I can also not necessarily join, but yeah, basically I can partake in some of the club activities if I want to.
That's cool.
So I could go to a basketball club or
Dude, start playing ping pong. Get hella good at it.
fuck that. They have a tennis club, but soft tennis. So
Dude, soft tennis. What is that?
it's like baby tennis, basically.
What is that? Have you seen how they hit backhands?
No,
Dude, they hit them like this.
like a table tennis.
No, like, cause I mean, like with the backhand, you actually use your backhand. Like the
Hmm.
back of your hand is
Hmm.
leading as you hit. But in soft tennis, they hit with the like, they hold the racket like this, and they just like Hitler it. Yeah, it's so retarded. Because I remember when I was
trying to slice it, maybe I guess.
like, I remember when I was playing tennis with the tennis club at Eastern,
Hmm.
and we brought some AUAPs there, and we had like tennis balls, and like, oh, please be kind to us. We play soft tennis, and so I was like, all right, have the ball. I hit it across just to see, I just to start rallying a little bit,
Hmm.
and she tries to hit a backhand like this. I'm like, what are you blocking it for? What is that? And she's like, how do you hit a backhand? And I'm like, are you what? I'm like, what kind of tennis do you play? Soft tennis. Oh, what is that? I've
I
never
think
heard
they
of
use
that.
bigger balls, and I think like the court is like
Half the size.
half the size, but I think it's also like a different texture. It's like not clay or
Yeah,
not
it's not clay or hard
concrete.
court. It's like carpet.
Yeah, it's like the bounce floor.
They play in a bounce house.
Basically. No wonder.
No
No
wonder they
wonder
have to be
they're
safe
off
with
the
their
balls.
strokes. Have you seen a soft tennis ball? Tennis ball?
Yeah, they're kind of like big.
They're big Nerf balls, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when I did tennis lessons, yeah, like I play with them just to mess around.
And their rackets are they look weird. They're like a little bit longer. They're like a cross between like a tennis racket and like a badminton
Mm.
racket. It's weird. Like whenever students like I talk like, oh, I play tennis. I'm like, oh, really? Tennis or fake tennis? And they're like, what's fake tennis? I'm like, okay, tell me what club you're in. And they're like, soft tennis. I'm like, yeah, fake tennis. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, have you ever played tennis? Yeah, I play soft tennis. I'm like, no, you don't.
They call it hard tennis, is real tennis.
Yeah, they call hard tennis. They say hard tennis. I'm like, there is no hard tennis. It's just tennis.
Mm.
Get that soft shit out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, soft tennis.
Like I remember I was watching it on TV with my grandpa in Korea, and we were both like confused because a typical tennis rally is like real quick in the U.S.
Hmm.
Like serve, pow 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 pow, kill.
Hmm.
Whereas we were just sitting there like, what the fuck is this?
So
It's like
slow.
200. It's like slow and like 200 rallies. I'm like,
Jesus.
pops, this is 1 point. Call me when it's over. Like
The game, not the match.
yeah, just no the point. Tell me when the point's over. Yeah, and they were like pros. Like it was like Korea and China or Korea and like some like Vietnamese or Cambodian team playing,
Mhm.
and we're just like, because my grandpa's played tennis his whole life, and we're just staring at each other like, what the fuck is this? And then we realized like, oh, it's this soft tennis shit. Because he finally realized that the court looks different. The ball isn't small and yellow. It's like huge, floating. Yeah, dude, I haven't played tennis in so long. I just
Yeah,
want to
me
get my
too.
shoulder fixed. Since I've been sick, I haven't been able to like rehab it the way I normally want to.
Yeah, I was gonna get into tennis here, but like I had to go buy some equipment and stuff. So I went to like
Yeah, man, that'll cost a few paychecks.
Sports Depot, and like I guess I had to like string my own rackets, which I don't know how to fucking do that.
Dude, that'll save you so much money once you learn how.
Yeah, because I saw it was like there's this racket that already has the strings in it, and it's like you know for
Well,
mon.
you can basically buy a racket and then just buy the string from like Sports Depot and they'll do it for you.
Hmm,
For of course, a labor charge.
probably.
Yeah. And that's probably safer because it's a machine.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
a technician doing it.
yeah, yeah.
Because when I was in college, actually college and high school, I was stringing people's rackets.
Did you have a good machine, or were you doing it like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I had it in my room. You ever see that weird yellow thing I had in my room? It's kind of an
No.
ambiguous question. 1 second.
Yeah, I was like, I think I've seen a lot of weird yellow things in the room.
Oh God. I don't know where we're going with that. 1 sec. This exact thing right here. 1 sec. Damn, my grandpa spent that much on it. Here, I'll send it to your line account. That way you can just look at it on your phone.
Okay.
Clippermate. Dude, the stand itself cost $100. Shit. And the carrying case cost. Like the pictures in this website look so old school. Like the guy has like a mullet. It's like the first. It's like the first like HTML website ever created.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of not quite as good as the Space Jam website.
What?
Dude, let me find it. Space Jam. It's such a fucking joke. Yeah, it's a www.warnerbrothers.com
Okay,
/Space
slash
Jam
Space Jam.
movie.
All right, all right. Oh my God, yeah. Super old school. I just opened that. That's funny.
Planet B-Ball.
Space Jam, man. That was literally my jam for so many years. I want to watch it right now. Shit.
It's on Hulu.
It is. It's not on Netflix though, right? I don't like
Watched
watching with commercials.
watched it a few months ago. I think it was like around Christmas time, maybe. Just randomly.
I see, I see.
I think it says somewhere. There's like one of the links here is like, get your copy of it on VHS.
Dude, I used to have the VHS and I I lent it to my cousin and never got it back. And when I did get it back, it was the tape was ripped. I'm so angry. I'm still angry about that. Like who tears Space Jam?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, apparently I don't want to get there yet. I'll wait for it.
Let's see, a bunch of other stuff's been going on recently. Last week I talked about this. I got the new Smash Brothers game,
Oh shit.
Super Smash Brothers for 3DS.
Oh shit, it's on 3DS?
Yeah, it was on the 3DS and the Wii U, but the
Mhm.
3DS one came out last Saturday in Japan. It doesn't come out until October 3rd in the US. So
Oh,
I played the Japanese version and not quite understanding all the menus of the things supposed to do, but I got all the characters and stuff. So there's like
that's cool.
51 characters.
151 you said?
No, 51.
51. I was gonna say,
Not
what is this,
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, they're cool. A lot of interesting characters.
How is the game any different than its predecessors?
Pretty much the same.
Hmm. Nice. So then it's still enjoyable.
It's still enjoyable. The
Nice.
3DS isn't quite the most comfortable system to play it though.
I can understand, yeah. How do you multiplayer? You don't?
It's wireless or you do online.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I don't have Wi-Fi in my house still, so
Dude,
can't
make
play
it with your
it.
Mac.
I can't. I tried doing that. I can't
What?
because I'm not connected to Ethernet. I'm connected to PPOE.
Oh, you were telling me about that shit. That's weird.
Yeah, so it's can't do anything. Can't connect to my PS3, so can't download the last episode of Walking Dead.
Damn. Okay, so speaking of zombies, just real
Hmm.
quick, I'm stuck in the like warehouse thing.
Oh no, Last of Us.
Yeah, like when you have to turn the generator on. It's really early on in the story. You have to turn on the generator because like you're trying to get out of a building.
The water area.
Yeah, like it's like a watery area,
You have to go underwater and shit.
like a hotel or some shit like that. Yeah, I'm trying to get back up to what's her name?
Ellie,
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page.
The non-Ellen Page, Ellen Page,
Hmm.
who is conveniently named Ellie. Yeah, I'm trying to get back up to her because of the elevator thing broke.
Hmm.
But that freaking, what is it called? The spitter thing
Hmm.
keeps killing me. And it's super annoying, but I don't want to switch difficulty. So I haven't played in a couple weeks. Well, A, I was sick, and then I haven't played since then just because I get angry every time. Like, I become less scared. I just get angry at the game.
Yeah, that's usually how those kind of games turn up. Is like you get frustrated with the gameplay rather than the atmosphere.
Yeah, I really like the story, but I don't understand what the fuck's going on with this particular part. And I would like to. I might just
Or you're
ask.
gonna bump down the difficulty.
I don't want to. That's the thing. I want to, but I don't.
Not gonna be a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a little bitch though.
What is it called? The dam? Is it the dam or is it the? No, it's not the dam.
The dam is pretty late in the game.
Yeah, sorry.
Spoilers.
The suburbs? Pittsburgh? Suburbs? Pittsburgh?
Probably Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's pretty early.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what it's called. Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. Dude, the part where I was having to swim through like a subway was so
Yeah.
confusing. Like I was not a fan of that. There it is, hotel lobby. Found it. I don't like looking at walkthroughs, but I just want to read what I need to do to get through it.
Yeah, or watch the video of it being done.
Yeah. I remember when I was playing, because I remember I got, what is that? Not Jakar Noir, LA Noir.
Mm-hmm.
I literally played the whole game with the walkthrough just because I wanted to see the facial expressions.
Mm.
That's all that was attractive to me. I didn't care about the, did not care about the other stuff. Fuck, I think I already passed that. Oh, that's not very good. A bunch of runners and a bloater will show up, so arm yourself. Either run upstairs to try and avoid them, or stand and fight them all. Either way, you need to go upstairs. So then just go fucking upstairs.
Does it say that in the walkthrough?
No, I wish it did. That's Kevin's commentary. Dude, so yeah, you've been playing Smash Bros. What else?
Yeah, that's pretty much taken over my game playing time. Like fucking abandoned Simpson. Thank
Dude, I
God.
think we all did.
I
After
got
the honey drop thing left, I just gave up.
yeah, because now it's like the Little Mermaid stuff or whatever.
Yeah, not interesting.
Yeah. Um, there's that. This week I had to go to immigration twice.
Damn. You and Brian.
Uh, yeah. Sounds like we had similar stories. Like his is a lot more extreme though. Because
Hmm.
I was going to go pick up my visa, so like I already turned in all the paperwork, did everything. So basically, they sent me the postcard saying, "Yo, come to immigration and get your shit." But also, you need to
Hmm.
bring this other shit because you need to bring a passport, the postcard, revenue stamp.
Dude,
So,
I'm kind of worried about when I have to do that because I will extend just for the sake of extending
hmm
to get the visa, but
hmm
my timing is horrible. It's Bonenkai time.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
aren't
my
you in
visa,
January?
yeah, my visa expires in January,
Beginning of January, end of January.
January 20 something. So I'm I'm like, because they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's.
They might do it earlier just because they don't want to
That's what I want to
usually.
talk to my manager about. Because she's pretty reasonable. Like I don't know what you've heard from Brian and whatnot, but she's one of the more reasonable people that I met in this company.
Mm.
Like she asks me all the time, like, so tell me about your like training history. I'm like, well, whatever you see is what I have. Like I don't know what else I'm supposed to do because we've been changing so many freaking times now. I don't know what's what, who's who. And so she's just like, well, let me check. And she just like, oh, these are all the courses you're qualified to teach. And I'm like, okay. She's like, but um, eventually we're gonna try and get you to like I'm like the mainstay in scuba right now.
mm.
And off air I'll tell you some stories. It's been
Yeah.
some things that I've been hearing in the water.
What's that
Yeah.
expression mean?
I don't know. I don't swim, so I don't really know what that means. Sorry. Um, I was reading that thing about, The Last of Us, so it might just have been like me imagining playing. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to go to immigration. And so there's one thing I needed to bring. It was like my certificate of city tax payment or
Shit.
whatever. So I thought it was just like the little
That you
stuff
pay.
thing that's attached to the bill.
Yeah, the
And
little
so I
like,
went
oh shit,
there.
I need to pay my bill tomorrow. Fuck. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. So I thought that was it. And then so I went to the brought all my stuff there, and like I ended up waiting like a half hour. So is on Tuesday, and so I had to like leave my work early to go to immigration because my work hours are the same time as immigration hours.
Right, right.
So I had to leave work early, get there and wait, like fucking like 45 minutes because immigration, everyone wants to go there, and
Hmm.
it's like the DMV, the DOL, so it takes forever to do anything. The staff there aren't the most friendly. Uh, so I showed them, and I showed them to bring them my stuff. Like, this is not the right thing. You need the right thing. So showing me the example and like basically, get all angry at me. Like, God, sorry. And then while I'm talking to her, I just had to call up my boss, basically explain the situation
Hmm.
to him. And so,
I don't even know my boss's phone number.
oh yeah,
Yeah, isn't that sad? I don't even know my branch's phone number.
I don't think I ever. I think I only used it
Like
once or
I'm
twice.
like I'm like to I've called it once because I was gonna be late, and I explained what was happening, but I wasn't late. So, but yeah, I
I
haven't.
think.
I don't remember the. I had to Google it.
Mm,
Like, how embarrassing is that?
I had like. I think they changed phone numbers on me once because like I had like the Utsunomiya number saved, and I called it, and it ended up being like Oyama. I'm like, what? Because I was like trying to get to another school or something. I wasn't sure. But yeah. Uh, yeah. So talked. Basically, gave the phone to the immigration officer, and they basically explained it in Japanese, and then she gave it back to me, and then my boss told me, "Hey, I need to go to the city office and get this thing." And also, he had my new health insurance card that I also needed to get, so I got that.
Hmm.
Um, but because time was running out or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have enough time to get back to the immigration office. Like they're literally like, I said, 10-minute walk from each other, the
Hmm.
city office and the immigration office. But it's
At
already
least, at
past
least it's
4.
fairly close.
Yeah, actually, it's in my town too. Unlike you guys get to go to fucking Shinagawa, I guess,
Well, I don't know. I'm not
down in
sure
Tokyo.
because I no one fucking knows.
Yeah, because they're sending Brian to Shinagawa,
Yeah,
but I think there is one in Mito, so I'm not sure.
yeah, and I don't know technically which one is closer.
I think the Shinagawa one might be a bit closer, might be an hour away from you guys, because it's just down on Yamanote, so it's like the southwest part. Uh, yeah, so then I had to wait until Friday. I had to leave early on that day too to go to immigration. Had all my stuff, got my card, and I had to go cancel my old health insurance
Mm-hmm.
because basically I was under 2 health insurance plans then. They're the exact same, but one was my own personal one that I had to have just to work in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys have too.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then my job also gives me health insurance.
That's cool, man.
So basically I had to go and cancel the old one.
That's pretty
But I still
long.
have some bills I need to pay on that though before I can completely get rid of it.
I see, I see.
Yeah. So did all that. Started watching Yokai Watch.
Dude, how is that? I was gonna. Where are you watching that?
Uh, Online,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah.
I just searched Google like Yokai Watch English sub, and it took me to the site, and I watched like 4 episodes. So
All right.
it's
Yeah,
worked.
because I have an app on my Android tablet. That's the one cool thing that I really appreciate with Android is that the fact that I can watch shit that Apple doesn't allow
hmm
because bootleg shit. But whatever, it's cool, man.
Yeah. So I'm using this one because I'm just very curious about what this fad, this craze is all about.
Yeah, is it what's your take on it?
It's basically Pokemon, but they're ghosts. But they don't really. I guess they do battle, but it's less. It's like only one of a certain yokai, rather than like hundreds of many kinds. So it's not like Pokemon in that regard. But it's literally like so. This kid, I guess apparently the town of the game picks not the game, the show. I think they're both one and the same. Pretty much the game came first, and they made an anime.
Hmm.
It's basically it's based off of Scuba.
Really?
Yeah. But basically, this kid discovers this like gotcha gotcha machine. He buys a gotcha gotcha, and then a ghost comes out, and the ghost explains to him that yeah, everyone's having problems because of the yokai, and so basically everyday problems is because of the ghosts. So, example like the kid's parents are fighting because there's a ghost that likes to cause problems, like create grief among people.
Hmm.
But the only way he can see these ghosts is with this yokai watch that he gets from the ghost.
What the hell?
And basically he just like
Circular
scans it.
reasoning.
Yeah, basically he scans it and you can see the ghosts. And then he's supposed to like, try to convince the ghost to go away. Or force him by battling it. So it's like that. And so like the mascot character or whatever is like the Jibanyan. It's the red
Dude,
cat, that red cat thing.
is that like his
That's not
Pikachu?
that. That's not. That's kind of. It's like the Pikachu, but it's not his Pikachu. Like the white ghost. His name is called
Dude,
Whisper.
send me a picture. Send me a picture of this shit. That way I know what you're talking about. Like, so I can
Whisper.
actually have visuals.
Whisper. I guess. Uh,
Matt, dude, I'm a little like, interested. 1 second, I gotta send you a screenshot. Something Steven taught me. He has a Japanese teacher now.
he's a Japanese teacher now.
He has a personal Japanese teacher.
Uh, there you go. Send that for you.
All right, I'm looking at this picture. 1 sec.
It's just a basic picture. So the ghost, the white ghost with blue lips.
Hold up, hold up, hold
Well,
up. I was reading a message. Okay, that ghost is his ghost.
that's the first ghost he meets, and it's like basically he's like his guide or whatever.
Is this shit going to make it to America?
I'm not
Is
sure if
it?
it
Is
already
it?
has or not.
Is it? Fuck, I don't even want to know.
So he's the one that basically, guides him, but he can't fight or anything. He just like, tells him shit. But one of the first ghosts he catches though is the red cat, who apparently I guess the cat got hit by a car. That's how it died. And
Hmm.
so now the cat is like possessing people to run to traffic, and then he'll unpossess them and he'll try to beat up the car,
Mm-hmm.
but he still gets like knocked away anyway.
The fuck?
'Cause he's a weak ass cat. But like yeah, so basically he's like
So
the
it's me
mascot.
off?
It's like Meowth, yeah, it's completely useless.
Damn.
Like even like when he uses it to battle, like it doesn't really do anything. It's pretty funny though. Like a lot of things are really funny, like the the theme songs. So there's the opening theme song and the ending theme song. They're pretty catchy.
Nice.
The lyrics for them are really fucking stupid though.
Damn it.
So like in the ending theme song, it's like I overslept this morning and I was having a dream about oversleeping or about waking up, but I didn't wake up. And then he's like asking like, why do I feel sleepy in the morning? Why do I feel sleepy in the morning? Oh,
Damn it, man. Now I'm gonna freaking.
it must be because of ghosts.
And now I'm gonna watch this tonight, and then I'm gonna just text you all day tomorrow. And be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Like one of the other verses is like, why does my poop stink? Why does my poop stink? Oh, it must be because of ghosts.
What?
Yeah, which I guess that's right.
Get out.
Yeah.
No, seriously, get out.
like the third to lick verse or whatever. Like the one in the show, it only goes up to like one verse. But I went to karaoke and saw the full version.
Dude, I haven't been to karaoke in a while. Well, actually, the last time I was at karaoke was the day before I got sick.
Okay.
One student, when I told him what happened, he was like, "Maybe you sang too much and you got sick." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You're a researcher and you're gonna tell me that bullshit? Like, use your brain. Use your brain, buddy.
Maybe he researched it.
There's a correlation. The number of songs he sang and the amount of people you're with directly translates to how sick you're gonna be the next day,
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
I'm afraid you're gonna like get really into Yokai Watch, and then you're gonna like
I'm
get
gonna buy everything, bro.
get way ahead of me.
Oh shit. Well,
So,
I like binge watching things. I can't not binge watch things.
because I guess it's like Pokemon, so like the game came first, and then they made an anime, and that basically exploded, and then they made a second game.
Shit.
And because there's like the
Now I have to get the game. Matt, we gotta get on this shit.
well the second game I guess has like two versions.
Oh.
So you gotta get a 3DS.
I know. I
Yeah,
don't really want to spend money right now.
get the new 3DS. That comes out next month.
What is it called? The new 3DS?
It's literally yeah, it's called the new 3DS.
Atarashi 3DS.
No, I think it's called new. It's still in English. But.
Oh, in English? New.
Well, it's like the Mario game is called New Super Mario Brothers, which
Yeah,
that's
it's
okay
like
for the first
it's
game.
like it sounds like Apple's naming scheme
The new iPad,
for the
yeah.
iPad. But um, naming schemes were made fun of on Big Bang Theory, which I've been watching all
Oh,
weekend.
yeah?
Yeah,
On that.
Sheldon was bashing the Xbox naming scheme.
Xbox One.
Yeah, he was like talking about how that's probably the amount of time they gave to think about a name for it. Because he was like, logically speaking, you had the PlayStation, which many referred to as the PS1. Then you had the subsequent, PS2, PS3, and now 4. The Xbox came out, and Xbox. And then, as many people expected, Xbox 2, but no, they became Xbox 360. And what comes after that? The One. And then he made that joke like that's probably the amount of time they spent thinking of a name for it. Because there's a whole episode dedicated to him just stuck. Like, which one do I pick? Like he spent like 4 hours or like a whole day at a store, sitting in between the aisles trying to figure out which one he wanted more. And then he had to come back the next day, and his girlfriend was pissed, but he was super happy because it gave him more time to pick. Have you decided what you're getting
Or,
next gen?
well, I want to get a Wii U and then probably get a PS4.
Hmm. Yeah. I want the PS4 now because I watched the preview for the next NBA video game
Oh, yeah.
with facial scanning to play in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just use the what is it called? The PS4's camera, the Move, the Eye,
I think.
or whatever it's called.
PlayStation Eye.
Yeah, you use it to like you just turn your face slowly with like 30 degrees and 30 degrees, and instead of taking pictures of your face, it just plots your face three-dimensionally, and then it captures the image based on those plots, and then you're in the game.
Is it good, or does it like make you like a...
I don't know the what they showed, what their company is promoting looked really cool, but I'm gonna wait for people to actually review it because it doesn't come out until next week.
It seems like it might be like some kind of like Quasimodo.
If it's a gimmick, that's cool. Or if it's a gimmick, that's not cool. But they've been doing that. EA's been doing that. You have to send in your picture to their website and do it that way. And I did that, but it doesn't really look like me. I'm a white guy, according to EA. According to EA, I'm a Caucasian. Actually, no, I'm red-skinned. Like my skin is like my neck is like red in FIFA.
Careful, no. Now you can't say that anymore.
I said red-skinned, not
They changed.
yeah.
They didn't change it officially, did they? They just
No, they're
lost
not
like
going
the...
to. Their freaking owner's an asshole, and Roger Goodell is the dumbest person on the face of the earth. I don't know how he still has a job. That's all I'm gonna say about the NFL. Because I'm still a fan. That's the fucking problem. I'm still a fan. But the head of the NFL needs to not have a head, and he needs to not have a job. But what else can I say? It's a multi-million-dollar industry in America, or multi-billion dollar. I'm not sure, but apparently it's all non-profit, so it's okay, right?
Hmm. How about them Seahawks?
We have a game tomorrow. We're 1-1. Um, our first game was awesome. Our second game, we just got beat. We got beat by the better team that day. It was really weird to watch because, like, you know how like in any sport, you try to do your normal routine. Like, it
Hmm.
just looked like they were out of sync like the whole time, and like where a lot of pundits were like, "Oh, they're weak. Like this, they made so many mistakes." It's just the other team beat them, and props to the other team. But now, tomorrow is the rematch of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like actually, the same two teams are playing again tomorrow, except Denver like totally revamped their defense to match, I guess. But they're playing in Seattle, so I have hope.
Both teams gonna toke up.
Say what?
Both teams gonna toke up.
Dude, I hope so.
Then it's a real Super Bowl.
But they're not playing at the Mile High Stadium.
Hmm.
The thing is, I want to watch it, but it's at 5 in the morning, which means I have to sleep soon.
Yeah, it's true.
Like real soon. And you got work.
Me too. Yeah, I gotta wake up at 5 in the morning.
No,
Not
not
5 in the
damn.
morning, at 6, but I'll wake up at halftime.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna watch it though, because, why the fuck not? It's not like I have work early.
Have it in the background of Yokai Watch. You don't need a sound for Yokai Watch, right? Just read it.
I guess not.
You don't need to watch the football. That's what I do. I mean, that's the only thing with like watching like anime or any kind of Japanese show. Like, I force myself to watch it, like look at it. Because usually when I have TV on, I just like to have it in the background and not have to pay attention so much.
Hmm.
Because I was watching Yokai Watch, and also I've been watching Game Center CX,
Hmm.
which is like this Japanese comedian basically plays like old Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, and he has to
Hmm.
like beat it in a day.
Damn.
And
Well, then again,
he's not that good at video games though, so it's kind of funny.
I see.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. Okay. Let's talk about some news. Once you got anything else to talk about?
For me, my only update. Let me see real quick. Sorry. Um, the only thing I really want to share is that Star Wars Commander is my new thing, my video game right now. Um, on mobile. I played it during work. I hated it. Like I was so mad at myself because I killed my battery in like my first hour of work.
Hmm.
I did bring my charger though, but I punished myself. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna charge it. This is my fault. So like I dropped all the way down to like 50% after 1 hour of work. You know,
Hmm.
like I did that in like I don't want to say 1 hour, but during lunch basically, I killed my battery. And then it's pretty cool. It's basically Clash of Clans, but Star Wars. I'm part of the Galactic Empire right now, and I don't know. I want to see where it goes because it's still a pretty fresh game. It only has 9 chapters of the story in, whatever that means, and I'm already on chapter 3. So um,
Where does it take place? Like during the Star Wars?
between New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Or I mean, no,
Empire
sorry,
Strikes
sorry,
Back.
sorry, not New Hope. Sorry, Return of the Jedi and no, what the fuck? Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
Okay.
All the names are getting confusing because I'm like Revenge of the Jedi, yeah, in my mind.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll leave the episode numbers if you want to.
Oh shit, yeah, four.
Five
It's
and
between
6.
5 and 6, I think,
Okay.
because mm, Han Solo and Leia are like the ones like coordinating with me if I was to be working for the
Rebel
Rebel
Alliance.
Alliance, but I chose to pick up, actual technology instead of Chewbacca shit,
Ideology.
Wookiee shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So let's move on to news, man. I'm down
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit last week, but not in great detail.
Mhm.
I guess we can talk about more now because it's actually out. iPhone,
Yeah, man.
iPhone 6 and 6
Mhm.
Plus.
What were your impressions when you first?
The 6 looks cool. The 6 Plus looks too big,
I've seen
but
I've seen the 6 Plus in person. It's huge, man.
yeah,
Um,
I like the specs on the Plus though, like better battery life and other things.
dude, I guarantee the S version they'll just move all those specs, including the optic image stabilization into the
Hmm.
6S. I don't like their naming scheme. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon made fun of it. They're like, look,
What's
well,
uh what's the
hmm?
Plus going to be called? Like the Plus S, the
S
Plus.
plus, S plus. I don't know. It sounds dumb.
I mean Plus with two S's.
My only thing
Plus.
that I don't like is like I don't understand how like the naming schemes between the top two phones in the world are so similar. Galaxy S5, Galaxy S6 is going to be out in February, and then in October there'll be the iPhone 6S.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the phone that Steven wants is called the One Plus One. No joke, it's called the One Plus One. The company's name is OnePlus, and their phone is One.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the HTC One, and multiple ones out available. It's just fucking come up with a real name. Or just keep the same name and just like
Just put like the year number, like iPhone 2014, which I think that's what the stores put anyway.
I think so.
Like iPad 2014 version or something.
Uh-huh.
Because putting generation is kind of a bit ambiguous, so they may
Gen
not know.
1, Gen 1, Gen 2. They should just call it like Gen X, Gen Y,
Hmm.
Gen Z.
Well, the millennials.
Just start doing it that way. I mean, the thing that I did like was like the naming schemes that I do like are like Apple's OSs for Mac because of the fact that it's just they have a theme and then they run with that. And then like Android has a cool naming scheme. They started with the alphabet and desserts,
Hmm.
and then like PlayStation, they're the first ones to get the numbers going. I feel like I could be wrong, but in my history,
Yeah, I guess you could say.
in my personal history,
Well, because like Atari is like 2600,
yeah, that was weird.
4800, 5200.
Hmm. If they have like a number series, like Series 1000, Series 2000, that's fair. But the random naming schemes that people have, like the Xbox One, that's bullshit. Um, then again, they fucked themselves over with 360.
Yeah,
Um,
Nintendo has been kind of bad because it goes Wii U.
yeah, well, they've had it bad since.
Because
Like, like Famicom was fine, Super Famicom, that's cool. I understood the naming scheme for N64 just because of the bits.
GameCube, it's a cube that
Yeah,
plays games.
yeah, but so was pretty much everything. But it was
But
literally a cube.
it was more of a rectangular prism though.
It's the most cube-like structure at the
Hmm.
time. The way they named Game Boys was really interesting. Game Boy
Yeah,
Color,
then they had to stop though because
SP.
it got sexist.
How do
Actually, I
you
think
mean?
they might have had a campaign. It was later like Game Girl,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
and I think they remember the Talk Boy from Home Alone too.
Oh shit, yeah, Talk Boy.
And
Yeah,
eventually they made a Talk Girl. It was
Talk
a pink.
Girl.
It was a
Yeah,
pink one.
Yeah. Is that Wait, 1 second. The Game Boy is what became the DS and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They just dropped the Game Boy part.
Well, basically the original idea was the DS was supposed to be like this third console, so they had Game Boy and then the home console, which I think at the time was GameCube, and then the DS was this third platform. So if it didn't become a big success, they would just drop it and Game Boy would live on. But it
Mm,
ended up becoming a very big success, so they ended up just dropping the Game Boy,
I see.
and now there's an upgrade to 3DS, and then they have the 2DS,
Hmm.
and now it's upgraded to the new 3DS.
Hmm. And then next year will be the newer, and then the newest, and the newestest. Yeah. If I was to have a product, I would want to have like a naming scheme that just makes sense.
Yeah,
Something that
something just
people
like
can
the
understand.
year would probably be this if you're gonna have like a
Hmm.
yearly release schedule.
Yeah. Like I understand, like with some older consoles, they didn't release on the same at the same rate as current tech. But when you have a yearly release, if you're gonna do a number series, just stick with the numbers. This should be iPhone what 8?
Yeah, like they should match the OS.
Yeah, it should just yeah. If it's iOS 8, then it's iPhone 8. But I don't understand how they fucked that up. It started with the 3GS,
Yeah, I think so.
or did it just start with no? The 3G was just because it was actually
3G was the
3G, right?
second phone.
Yeah, 3G was just because of 3G, like literally.
Hmm.
But people thought it meant third gen. That's so
Yeah,
embarrassing.
and that's why everyone was like butthurt when the 4S was announced, but it wasn't the 4G because it didn't become 4G until the 5.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's funny though because the new iPhones, their boxes just say iPhone,
Yeah,
which is what it should be. It's just iPhone. What iPhone model is that? 2014. But or you could just associate it with the iOS that it debuts with.
hmm,
But whatevs. I have students what they thought about it, and they were just like, it's huge, but I want it. And the one thing that I can compare it to is my iPod Touch because one of my students brought it in, and I was looking at it. He let me hold it, and I was like, this is crazy thin.
yeah. That's what I noticed
It's insanely
the new
thin.
iPhone. Yeah,
It's
you know,
insanely thin.
you'll put a case on it, so just cancel that out anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's well. I'm pretty sure my next phone, unless like the Nexus line sticks around for the next couple years. I'm probably gonna go back to iPhone simply because of the environment. I'm stuck in it.
Hmm.
I really am stuck in it. But I'm probably gonna have to save up and get like the 128 because
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Their memory options are really retarded.
I mean, yeah,
Because it goes 16, 64, 128.
I know
Like,
that's the thing I
why
don't
not
like.
32? Because 16 is, I think I realized it's too small.
16 is not enough ever.
Yeah.
I feel like.
64, I think like it's a bit too much.
Hmm.
32 is a good.
I dig 32. That's what I have on my Nexus 4 or Nexus 5 right now, and I have no issue with it. I never have enough on it. It's like I can put like a couple movies and then take up space.
Mhm.
Then I just delete the movies and then it's like back to normal. And I remember when I was like listening to a live blog about it, people were complaining about the RAM and whatnot in the iPhone, and I'm like, well, Apple has their own operating system that doesn't require so much like memory because they built it for that purpose. Because there was this freaking like this guy called in saying like, why does Apple not like having a lot of RAM? Do they want their products to be shitty? And I was like, dude, no one complains about how slow iPhones are until like
Unless it's an old phone and like
until they're like 3 OSs behind. So I don't understand what that guy was talking about. Like if you're just talking about spec, that's one thing. That's basically computers now. But um, Yeah, I like the design. I really do. The fact that they're super crazy thin is just so unbelievable when you compare to like what they used to look like. Like if you bust out like your iPhone 4S or some shit like that.
Hmm.
Um, but they're just gigantic now. It's insane. And I just um, what are you're probably gonna end up having what the 6S? No,
Yeah,
7.
6S.
They should just call it the iPhone success.
Success.
The success.
Success. Yeah, because I bought the contract or whatever on my 5C, so I have to wait until at least I think next year.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure if it's a 2 year contract or a 3 year contract.
Mhm. I have 2 years, so I have a year and a half left of mine. But I
Me
bought
too.
my phone, so I can cancel for $100. But I'm not gonna cancel. I like how cheap everything is right now.
Yeah.
Pay 3,000 yen a month. But yeah, and did you upgrade to iOS 8?
Not yet.
Yeah, I have it. I don't know. I haven't ran it yet much because of the fact that my iPhone 5 is not my it's not my main thing. I use it for music and just like um whatever else I need, but I can't really run data on it.
Hmm.
So I can't use it the way I would if I was, like in the US or whatnot, where an iPhone would be my main phone. So
Hmm.
I can't really talk about like battery drains and whatnot yet. That's the one thing I'm concerned about because technically, I'm 2 generations back now, huh?
Hmm.
And your phone's technically old now too, so
1 year behind.
yeah.
Justin's phone, he's still on a 4S.
Yeah, I was gonna like what's his name? Joey was hitting me up yesterday about he's like, hey, did you read about the 6? And I'm like, yeah, why? What's up? I might save up some paycheck money to get it in November or December, which is fair. Hopefully he goes with the 6 and not the 6 plus.
Hmm. Yeah, 6 Plus, I think it's too big.
Yeah, the student that I talked to, he's really old. Not really old, but he's older, and he was coming from like the 3 point something screen from like the iPhone 4 generation, like that size of screen back in the day.
Hmm.
I think his screen was smaller than this one.
Hmm.
This is a Samsung Galaxy S something that my grandpa found at work. He found it at his work, and I've been playing with it in my free time because that's what I can do. I'm trying to see if you can see the screen. 1 second. Can't see the whole display though because it's all black. Well, like the edges.
Yeah, one of my friends was, because he upgraded his phone to the iOS 8.
Yeah, what do you say?
Well, he's pissed because they haven't released Yosemite yet, so he can't do all the.
Right? That's the one thing that I was mad about for the announcement. I was like, why don't they at least give us a date? But there's gonna be an iPad and
On
MacBook event
21st.
yeah, next month, right?
Yeah, I think it's on 21st.
And that's a few days after Android's or Google's announcements for possibly all new tech in terms of phone, tablet, and software.
Hmm.
But yeah, fuck. Can you see how small this is compared to?
Hmm.
Yeah, and this is a 5-inch screen, so well technically 4.9, but if you want to round up, so
Yeah.
I like the 4.75 inch range. Like I didn't like it at first because I thought this phone was way too big, but now that I've had it for a while, it's just right for my hands.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so I can't really talk much about iOS 8 because I haven't played with it as much as I want to, and obviously without Yosemite, it's useless.
Hmm.
Um, but the one thing that I did read is that you can put a folder in a folder now.
Yo, dog.
You can what is it called? You can nest them.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Could you just do like the Russian doll thing? Just put a folder in a folder and a folder and a folder and a folder with one app in it?
Yo, dog, I heard you like folders, so put a folder in your folder.
Exactly.
So you can save while you save.
Exactly. And then the other only big announcement, other than like the T-Mobile thing, but that doesn't affect us here, is the recent Amazon Fire crap, or I mean, Amazon Fire stuff, and that's all I have to say. I don't really know that Amazon electronic stuff is really that relevant, because the day before the iPhone 6 presser or what is it, keynote and stuff, they AT&T and Amazon reduced their Fire phone price to 99 cents. That's so embarrassing. Like, this is just basically Facebook phone all over again. Do you remember when they tried to do that?
The
Facebook phone?
Oh yeah. No one cared about it.
Yeah, that went to 99 cents like immediately. And Fire phone was released like a month or two ago? Yeah, it's not even relevant anymore. No one even gives a shit about it. All the people who comment about it are like, I returned it and I got myself an iPhone, or I returned it for a Nexus, or I returned it for a Galaxy. Because Amazon has no app store. Like, their app store is so shitty. I have $36 in Amazon App Store stuff that I got for free, just from downloading their free apps, and I can't do anything with it because there's no apps worth downloading. So, sucks to be Amazon. That was a waste of money.
Well, they bought Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's their other big announcement. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Because I guess it's supposed to be rumored at first to be Google, but I guess...
Yeah, Google was supposed to buy Twitch for YouTube, right?
For YouTube, yeah, but I guess they got kind of like some kind of antitrust, some antitrust laws or something, like they're becoming too much of like a monopoly, I think was what.
For video, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, online video.
That makes sense, I guess.
But I guess there's still some like Twitch wasn't quite up to what they were doing or whatever. I wasn't sure if it was Twitch or Amazon or Google that backed out. Whereas Amazon was like, here's a bunch of money.
I see. One thing that I do like about the iPhones and stuff is where they, because of the size difference, they move their home button or their power button.
Yeah, it's on the side now.
It's so convenient. I'm actually used to that now, so it's perfect.
I wasn't used to that because I was looking at it like, yeah, you had to watch the camera, and I was like, I was touching the top of it, and I'm like, wait, where's the power button?
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing that I wish, my only complaint about this phone, other than the typical, oh, it's not an iPhone complaint, which I really don't have, is just where the headphone jack is. Because I got used to it being on the bottom. Which to me is convenient now. Like, I like that. But I don't know, maybe that's just an Apple, maybe that was a patent by Apple. You know how everyone patents their shit. Did you know Apple patented this headphone jack thing?
The little...
Or this headphone setup?
Controller thing.
This controller thing is patented by Apple, and it's made for only Apple devices. So all the people who make it like this are strictly Apple like patents. They're paying for the patent.
Pay for the license.
For the license to use the patent, right? And it doesn't work with Android on any Android devices. Even if they have like the third ring on their headphone jack for voice. What else is new? Let's see. What else happened recently?
Tokyo Game Show this week.
Yeah, you were going to go, but you couldn't.
I was going to go, but yeah, I couldn't go, and also didn't really want to. Well, I guess.
What held you back?
Very mixed.
What held you back?
Because I went to it 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't particularly enjoy it just because just hella crowded, like a
Where
million
is
people.
Tokyo
It's
Game
in
Show?
it's in Makahari.
So it's not even in Tokyo.
It's not even in Tokyo. Yeah, just like Tokyo Disneyland
Mm-hmm. And Tokyo Airport.
and Tokyo Tower, maybe. So, but anyway, yeah, Tokyo Game Show is like I'm gonna say it's like E3 because it's not that big, but it's a pretty big show in Japan where people can check out a lot of games. A lot of it's all Japanese focused,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well,
they have
yeah,
quite a few.
this is their consumer thing.
Yeah, because but even though like Microsoft has a bit of a showing,
Mm-hmm.
so they know they'll bring some stuff. Even though like no one gives a shit about Xbox here.
I know, right? I don't.
Yeah,
I personally don't.
yeah. So some cool stuff they showed there. They had Metal Gear Solid 5 there, the Phantom Pain, uh, Bloodborne, which is like the new Dark Souls style game.
Hmm.
Uh, the new trailer for Final Fantasy 15.
I see, I see.
Which, if you want to get into numbering schemes, that's Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's one thing. I guess we could talk about that. Yeah,
which I guess
that's
it looks pretty cool. It's like the setting's
dude.
kind of
I
weird.
read that they kicked a particular the original director is off now.
Yeah, because he's like been in charge for like the last, let's say, 5 games, 5 games or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like where they got like really like anime.
Did you play Final Fantasy
Yeah,
growing up?
yeah, I like Final Fantasy.
I couldn't afford the games.
Too expensive or?
Yeah,
Well,
they were too expensive and they were too long for me.
yeah, because he had like this kind of like style for how he wanted to make the games, and so they're
Mm-hmm.
all really dumb
I
and
see.
annoying. So yeah, they changed the director, so hopefully it could be better.
I see.
Yeah, it looks like the trailer's kind of weird because like basically it's like 4 dudes driving around in a car, which that's not
Gor-
usual. There's no cars usually in Final Fantasy. But
sounds like gorillas.
yeah,
Um, Speaking of Final Fantasy, I've always wanted to know: is there actual continuity, or is it just different
they're
storylines?
they're completely different stories, completely different universe.
Worlds? Okay.
Yeah. The only reason why it's called Final Fantasy is because
They couldn't use Neverending Story.
no, uh, so Square. This was like their last game because they had like a couple of games before, but they weren't successful. So this is called Final Fantasy because this is the last game they were going to make if it wasn't successful.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Square Enix?
yeah, Square Enix. Well, before it was just SquareSoft, and then I think in
They merged,
2000,
right?
yeah, they merged with Enix in 2003.
Yeah.
So
I see. I see. Yeah, man.
the
Gaming
Square,
history is just as crazy as tech history.
yeah,
Like people who chronicle that shit, like
mhm,
JyaBroCast and all them, like those guys, like they've been through
all,
all that shit.
yeah,
And it's only been like what, 30, 40 years?
yeah, yeah. There was a gaming crash,
Damn,
like where games just like basically like disappeared for like 2 years.
really?
Yeah, because that was like in 1982.
Damn. Is that when everyone went? Were you talking about console or just in general?
Console and arcade, especially arcade got hit the worst,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like because basically the market was getting too oversaturated with too much like bullshit.
Shitty games.
That's when they made like the ET game that was like made like in literally like 90 days to
Damn.
meet like a Christmas deadline.
How can that even be any good at all?
Yeah, it was terrible.
How can you even like what? Wow, 90 days. That's such a rush job.
Hmm.
Hey, just take a shit, put it in tinfoil, put it in the microwave, turn it on. Whatever is left over, sell that.
And actually, I think with that game though, like they made so many copies of it more than they actually had Atari systems.
Was that the game that was recently found in barrels?
Yeah, yeah, because they basically they took all the extra copies of the game and they buried it in a landfill.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so it was supposed to be like this like urban legend, even though like I think it was reported in the news.
Uh-huh.
But like I think it was like Microsoft was the one that funded this like expedition to find him, but literally it was just them digging for trash and shit. And eventually, yeah, they found copies of it, so that yeah, they proved that something that was reported in the past happened.
Yeah, it was supported by Microsoft Xbox Entertainment.
Yeah, so I think they did like a documentary, and so it's like on it's supposed to be on the Xbox One
That's crazy, dude.
marketplace.
That's really crazy.
Let's see, Evil Within was there, which is
Mm.
the creator of Resident Evil. He left Capcom and went and made his own company, and so
Damn.
this was supposed to be like play similar to Resident Evil, but like better controls, so you can move and shoot.
You can't move and shoot?
Yeah, in the first 5 games, you can't move and shoot.
Damn, man. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's and they're really tank-like controls. But this one's a lot more modernized, and actually it goes back to actual horror. Because pretty much around since the 5th game, it's been more action-based and
Huh.
less scary. So that'd be cool.
I see, I see.
Yeah, but I wasn't really a fan of Tokyo Game Show when I went there just because, yeah, it was like,
You just went there to test it out?
yeah, we'll check it out. And so it's crowded, and it's like 5 hours
Mm-hmm.
to play like a 10-minute demo.
Mm-hmm.
12 hours if you want to play Monster Hunter,
What?
which, because that's what fucking everyone goes to. That's the biggest thing in Japan is Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's cool because they have like they have a bunch of shops and like there's a lot of people who do cosplay. That's always cool to check out.
Yeah,
Because,
I saw it on Rocket News, um, the pictures, and I was like, what the fuck?
hmm And partially I didn't go because I couldn't find anyone to go with me. But on the other hand, like that's not something that probably doesn't really matter if I'm with someone because we might just separate and wait in
Yeah.
separate long ass lines. But usually the after show because it's in Makahari, so like, I want to go to Outback afterwards or whatever.
Dude, Outback.
Did you guys ever go recently?
Oh. Didn't want to do that.
Too much work
Didn't want to put myself through that pain.
again.
Not after the last time we went with Kayla.
Mm-hmm. Since the incident,
That was just pure sin.
unforgivable.
Straight gluttony. It was delicious, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
I won't complain, to be honest. Uh,
Yeah, so that also this last Wednesday was the AKB48 Junkin Taikai.
oh, really? Who won?
Yeah.
I,
Watanabe Miyuki.
who?
Watanabe Miyuki.
The other M. Watanabes?
Yeah. So she's an NMB48, but she's like the second like second most popular member behind Sayaka Yamamoto.
I see, I see.
But they're both like, heavily involved in AKB as well. I think she's also part of Team B. But
Is that shit getting harder and harder to follow?
what?
Just AKB in general, with all the like roster changes?
Yeah, because they changed the teams like twice, like in the last like 3 years,
Really?
last 2 years, I guess. And so now it's back to kind of like the previous lineup, like how it was before their second to last major change. So now it's a lot easier to follow. But
Hmm.
because like members are graduating and stuff, they're just refilling with new faces, new people. Right
Hmm.
now, not a whole lot of members are left over from like the original popular members or whatever.
Their golden age.
The Golden Age, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
pretty much right when Hachan left. I think that's like when
Mass exodus.
it's begun. Yeah, but
Yeah.
their popularity declined.
Hmm. That sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of, I
But,
guess.
but I guess it's different though, because like the members themselves choose to graduate.
Yeah.
Unlike I guess like Morning Musume, I guess when they reach a certain age, they're kind of forced or they just graduate naturally. Also, partially due to popularity.
Yeah, bitch,
Like
get out.
the management will push them. That's why like, they're constantly cycling like every year.
Yeah, I can't imagine following that group. That's annoying.
Yeah.
And as a guy, I just choose not to follow Exile because that's just dumb.
Yeah.
So like, I'll ask girls like at school or at the school, I'll be like, so, do you like music? Yeah, I love Exile. Never mind. Don't tell me who your favorite is because I don't know any of them, all 400 of them, or whatever version of Exile you're talking about because there's like 100 versions of it.
Hmm.
I'm totally exaggerating, people. There's probably like, what, 50
20.
dudes? 50, 20 dudes? Don't care.
20 groups. Well, and, how about Exile Girls?
Oh,
Girls.
E-Tribe? Or E-Girls? Yeah, E-Girls, sorry. E-Tribe is the dance version that I was watching in
Exile
Yokohama.
Tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, so the Drunken tournaments, they do this every year.
hmm
And
How long does that take?
I guess apparently 3 hours. Because I guess apparently it started like at 5:30 or 6 and it got done
That's a
around
lot
9.
of fucking junkin.
Because they have like, it's literally like a tournament set up like, 64 member bracket.
There's like no reason to like even prepare for it.
Well, that's what they do prepare for it because they also have like a preliminary round or whatever. So like of AKB48, all the members in AKB48, they're already seeded into it.
hmm
But before that, like a couple months before, they have like the sister groups, and so those members have like
They
a
have to like fight,
compete.
battle in.
Yeah, the battle in the game to get a seed.
Jeez.
Yeah, and so the last roundup it was yeah, so Miyuki Watanabe and Koji Haru.
Oh, okay.
So,
Darn it, Sailor Moon didn't win.
no, she didn't win, but I guess like she said like if I won this tournament, I was going to announce my graduation.
Oh shit.
But because actually normally how the tournament is like this terms line up for the next song.
hmm
But this year it's different now. They get to have a solo debut or whatever.
The winner.
Yeah.
I
If they
see.
already have a solo debut, then they just get to have their own concert, their own event.
That's less. That's less. I feel like that's a cop out. Sounds like for
Yeah.
me. Like,
Well, because I think for the last 4 years they've had 5 tournaments. So for the
mhm,
last 4 years, though, it's been the winner has been somewhat suspect. Like I feel like it's kind of rigged
mhm.
because basically they've been members either they are popular or they've been like leading a push to become more popular.
But what about when Mariko won?
Yeah, it's like that's like that'd be this. I feel like that could have been legitimate.
Because wasn't she already on her way out at that point? Like it
Not
wasn't short there.
quite.
It wasn't short thereafter. After she.
That was like 2 years later.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, that's as far as I remember. Because I don't remember when that Mariko thing was. Were we still in America?
Yeah, that was in 2011 when it happened. We were
Shit,
still
dude. Okay, so
like,
then I did miss a couple. I did miss a while because like I went to Japan, and then you graduated. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's the time gap.
hmm
Because I always forget that you've been here for 2 years.
hmm
God, my
Yeah, because
shoulder
in
hurts.
2012 it was Harudu,
Don't know who
who
that is.
she's the one who's been like pushed to be the new Achan, but she's not really that good. So she got that. That was a bit suspect
I see. I
because it was
see.
also during a year where she was like, basically rising in popularity.
How
And
does that
then
even work? How do they become more popular? Like social media,
I
handshake
think
events?
the management pushes it. They'll expose them more to
Uh,
stuff. They have more TV shows and shit like
is
that.
Sailor Zombie still playing?
Nah, that finished a while
Damn
ago.
it! I need to watch it then. I'm gonna binge watch it tonight. That
the
and Yokai Watch.
and then last 2013, last year, that was Jurina.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That was also very suspect.
I agree. I'm not a fan of that girl.
And so this year it's
Because of the drama.
yeah, this year is What's Not Miyuki, who's also
Okay,
rising in
I
popularity.
understand.
So,
I see what you're saying.
I say aside from Mariko, but I could also say it be cynical.
Hmm.
I was talking to my buddy. We were watching it at his place because he had an HKBS or whatever. That's how it was
Hmm.
premiering. It was like
Dude,
live.
since I moved my TV back down here, I haven't even like plugged any of my TV shit back in.
Yeah, I got a coaxial cable with my TV for
Hmm.
free, but like
Hmm.
it's too short, so I can't quite plug it in.
I just haven't done it. I don't know why I'm not. Like, it takes like 2 seconds for me, but I don't even care.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even watch Japanese TV. It's not because I'm not interested. I'm trying to catch up on all the other shit that I have in America. So, of course, I would love to watch Japanese TV. I just don't. I probably should more, but I'm not interested in like just watching comedy per se. Because
or
like, gag comedy only goes so far with me.
yeah,
Slapstick, I mean, like Monty Python was a genius, but after a while it just becomes the same thing. Okay, dude, there's like 36 episodes of Yokai Watch.
yeah, it's still going on though.
Well, yeah, I know that, and it started in 2013.
Yeah, it started at the beginning of this year.
That's so fresh. Gonna watch it right
Freshest.
now. Oh, shout out to Marcus.
Yeah,
I'm just queuing it up.
get ready.
Mhm.
Is so apparently, speaking of Japanese TV,
That's cool.
I haven't heard about this though, but I think a favorite TV program of Jabroni, Terrace House. I guess apparently
No,
it's been canceled or it's canceling.
really, that's unfortunate. Dude,
Which,
there were
well,
nights that I've like sat here like on a Monday and I'm like, shit, I could watch that right now. But
we
I
don't,
don't. I don't.
because you don't want to like make yourself dumber.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just have to binge watch whatever's available. Psych.
Like on one hand, I'm not surprised it's canceled, but I'm also
Right?
surprised that it hasn't been canceled already.
I know, right?
And I
Like
think
it's such a
it's like on
lame,
week
such
like
a lame
500
premise.
something.
It's a stupid premise because like
It's
reality TV is okay, but I don't like that in Japan and in Korea too. Like they're like, let's watch the reality show and then comment on it instead of just letting us watch it. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like presenting it in a dramatic way, like the Big Brothers and the reality TV style.
hmm
But here it's like you're just watching people watch it, and that's so stupid. Let's comment about this. Let's talk about it while we're watching it. No, let's just watch it. Let the drama unfold naturally.
Yeah, my friend was telling me like his he was with his girlfriend. His girlfriend's like likes to watch it all the time,
Oh,
but
she's devastated.
she fixes the audio where basically only the commentary is playing. So she only wants to listen to the commentary.
Okay, that might make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, which I feel then you're like it's like you're watching like Riff Tracks or Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, I never understood that show. I hated it. I was like, why are they talking over this, like whatever I'm supposed to be watching?
Yeah,
It's just on
because
it. It's just on it late at night or whatever, or
yeah,
midday when no one else is watching.
it's usually late night.
Yeah. Well, I had when I finally had cable and stuff. We had Dish Network. We had two channels of everything, and I would just watch all the late night stuff early,
hmm
and then watch it again if I liked it. So like American Idol, I was able to watch like the Eastern version 3 hours early, and then I would make a bet with my friend and be like, dude, I guarantee you this person's gonna win. No way. And then I'd tell him I'd watch it on 3 hours early. That was the cool thing back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch. I stopped watching Sailor Zombie like I think after 6 episodes or so.
Hmm.
Which I guess at that point I started getting because I think it's only like 12 episodes long, or it's pretty short.
Let me check.
And I was like right when stuff starting to get weird, like more
Started getting okay, more okay.
more weird,
There's your safe word.
like qualifier.
It's like more started
Like
getting you. The hell, where's
like
Sailor Zombie?
it was on TV Tokyo.
No, I'm looking on my. There it is, Sailor Zombie. Oh damn it! This site only has 2 episodes. Shit.
The the new AKB single, one of the versions has the Sailor Zombie theme song on it too. And there's like a music video.
So, do you want to talk about the news that you showed me earlier?
Which
The one that you sent me? Is it worth talking about, or should we just let the world find out on its own?
isn't really news though.
I don't know. Up to you. Let's just keep that a secret, I guess. It's not really a
It's
secret because it's
out there,
everyone knows. Everyone who follows knows.
probably.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Also, yeah, I just saw that one picture you sent me.
Oh, I know, right? That's weird. That was weird for me.
Anyway,
I didn't know what to say. I was just like, okay.
anyway, uh, I guess no other news going on.
Yeah. What you got going on this next week? Any
Let's
special
see.
plans?
Tuesday's a holiday,
Oh yeah,
so I
lucky
get that
you.
day off. It's kind of random. I have like one day off, and then I'll work tomorrow, and then next day off,
One
and
of
then
my
Fridays.
students today was like, "I'm going drinking tomorrow night." I was like, "What? On a Monday?" Oh yeah. And then
And then I also get like a random, like we have like a fall break in October, so I get like a 5 day weekend
that's cool.
from I get the 13th, 14th, and 15th off of October.
That's pretty crazy.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I haven't checked dates at all. I forgot. Dude, apparently my family has to move out of the house by the end of October.
oh really?
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to go there and get some of my shit out
Hmm.
and just move it here and then just keep it here. Like I have not a lot of space, but
You need that shit.
not necessarily, but it's better than them sending it back to America or wherever they're going, off base or whatever. But at least after that, that means if my dad can get a decent place to live, then don't have to worry about ID cards to go visit them.
Hmm. Well, I guess they're not gonna be on the base.
Yeah, they can still go on base, but we won't need to have any kind of identification just to visit, which would be tight, I think. It's just like when I plan on visiting my grandparents, I'm not gonna need to bring. I still will, but I'm not gonna need to bring like military identification or whatever, since it'd just be going to Okinawa.
Hmm. I guess I was already looking at or talking about my Christmas vacation plans. I guess technically I get the from the 26th to the 8th off,
Damn.
December to January. But I guess I can take a few more days off too.
How
So I'm
many
actually
days total do you get? Just the regular 10 plus all the ones that they give you off?
10 holidays plus 20 sick days. And then yeah, plus all the other days off.
Sick days, that'd have been nice. You didn't call in sick when you were sick last week, did you?
No, I mean, it wasn't that bad. So it was just me using
Stuffy.
another teacher's like tissue box all day.
I see. Yeah.
But
I had a moment when I was sick where I like I coughed and had no voice. And so I was trying to teach a lesson like,
Just coughed your voice out.
yeah, I coughed it out. And like, Brian was there. Like, I was like, dude, I just lost my voice again. And he's like, what? And one of my students was like, Kevin, just go to the bathroom and cough. Like, thank you for being reasonable, sir.
Hmm.
It's terrible when the students are the ones who understand,
Yeah.
like, more than your former employer.
Mm. Well, because they actually see the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, they understand, like, I'm a human being. Yeah,
Whereas you're just a cog in the machine, the money machine.
lack thereof.
Seems like it. All right, what do you got going on?
This week, probably get back into push-ups because I haven't done any in like a week or two. I don't really know the number of days I've skipped, but because I was sick, I was like so shit. Like I felt shitty, so naturally you're just not gonna want to do anything.
Hmm.
And I'm feeling like I'm fully recovered finally. I want to say I am, but like when we first called each other, I was all stuffy or sniffly, so that was weird. Um, but I'm not taking any medicine, so that kind of is, I think, my sign. Other than that, I really have no special plans. Um, I was gonna write something. I wanted to write something about medicine in Japan, like a heads up, but I don't know if I'm gonna check the internet to see if there's anything like already available. Um, because like medicine in Japan can be fucking expensive.
Yeah, and I guess like the prescriptions they give you is like really short too. It's like only like a 2 week prescription. So like I have a friend who like he takes like allergy medicine for his sinuses.
Hmm.
He constantly has to go and get like refills every 2 weeks.
Right?
It's like
And
a
the
yeah.
dosages are so much lower than what we're used to.
Hmm.
And so I'm just glad that like the medicine that I used from when I had a cold was an American company. And so I bought the biggest box, which was worth 6 days only. It was like
Hmm.
20 something, 20, 30 pills, but it was like you have to take 3 or 4 pills a day. And one serving is like 3 or 4 pills a day, or
Hmm.
3 or 4 pills a time. So I was like, okay, so this is actually just 6 days if I spread it out evenly. And so instead of buying the Japanese version, I just bought the American version, or the American company, and it was like take one pill twice a day. So I had like no 2 pills twice a day. So 4 pills a day, 6 days, 24 2,000 yen over 6 days. It's not bad, you know, unit price wise, and it worked. It was like a 12-hour pill. It was crazy. So I would just right when I left work, I would pop one in. And then as soon as I got home from work, after I showered and whatnot, I'm going to bed, I'd pop another one in. So it's like I was just constantly on this cycle of medicine. It was crazy. And
Mm.
I've been off it for like 2 or 3 days now, and I have no issues. So I was gonna write like just like a heads up article, but I'm not sure if there are already those available. But I feel like I should still write it anyways for the sake of just writing it and having content on our site.
Hmm. Yeah, which
We've
you've been
been
starving
lacking for several weeks.
several months even.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't posted in a long time. Been real lazy about it. But I also noticed that there's some drafts from Brian, or one draft
Yeah,
from Brian.
yeah. I was going to write a thing about because I wrote a thing about teaching in elementary school. I was going to write a thing about junior high school, basically like my culture shock.
Do it,
I'll
man.
say it's pretty much my only time I've had culture shock really in the
Yeah,
country.
from your point of view, I feel like yeah, that might be the truth. Um, you, yeah, I've never noticed. I wouldn't say that you've had a big like culture shock thing. Then again, if you're planning on going back home, you'll probably
Reverse,
experience counter.
yeah, reverse culture shock.
Yeah.
Pretty much because like dealing with AOP students for
Yeah,
two
we were.
years kind of has set us up for
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It was like a good what's the word?
like prep course kind of
Mhm.
preview of what to expect.
Mhm. I
That's why
agree.
coming in like I'm not terrible, have no problems interacting with Japanese people.
Mhm.
I realize how they are, and I got stuck. I realized it's pretty annoying. Because certain things think that make sense for you, they're not going to make sense for them.
Mhm. And you just basically learn how to understand it.
Yeah, or just deal with it,
Mhm. I agree.
put up with it.
Uh-huh. Hmm. My shoulder needs to pop. I need to just like stretch out real fast
Yeah.
before I go to bed.
All right. Well, I think we can probably call it for tonight.
All right, man.
Yeah. So, and I'll do it for the JyaBroCast. So, thanks everyone for listening or watching this.
Yeah, that girl never hit us back up. We're probably too young for her.
Yeah. Or too old.
Oh God, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll do it. So we'll see you guys again next time.